Good afternoon, guys. What's going on? What's cracking? So now we're back at the house here today, and we've got the wheels. So I need to pull these out real quick. Bulka's still here, and Raven! Raven, what are you doing? Are you going bananas, girl? You haven't seen Daddy? You see Mommy? Well, Bulka's breaking shit back there. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, are you excited? Look at that tongue. Ew, girl. Going up Mommy's nose. Freak, go potty. So we still got Kevin's 1LE Camaro here, but I need to pull these out here and get these mounted up for y'all. I don't have my new lug nuts yet, and I do not have my center caps yet. I talked to Robert over at Real Street. They should be here by end of next week, so I'll get those in. I'm not sure what I want to do with them because they are billet aluminum exposed. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something to either have them anodized or something. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll let you guys weigh in on that. Alright guys, so I've got the MR2 wheels here set up. I just went ahead and looked up. I didn't realize these aren't directional. They are, I guess, I forget what their technical words are, but they're not true directional tires, so they can go either way, which is kind of nice. But I'm going to try to line them up so both tires have the same side on it. So these are both going that way on that side, and these are both going the same way on this side. Just for my ADHD and OCD to make sure I stay on track and to make sure I don't screw up. But yeah, getting these on, and I want to get it down the ground. I really do hate that I don't have a center cap because that center is killing me. It looks hideous right there. Like that, yeah, that looks absolutely wretched. But yeah, let's get these down the ground.
Alright guys, we're all in the car. And this is a sponsored ad through Keystone. We have merch. We have the merch. Let me tell you. Now if Ryan does this and posts at it in YouTube, it will have the merch link come across the screen up here. Buy yourself some Keystone tags, let me tell you. Limited production. But that ass though. That ass though. Alright guys, you guys are seeing this for the first time as we are too.
Just remember too, this car might need lower, oh maybe not, Jesus, it hasn't settled yet. Maybe I won't lower it. I thought guys I was gonna have to lower it more, but I'm gonna take it around the block here too to let it settle out. Most of you know, when you just drop a car, the suspension is at its tightest or tauntest point. So yeah, and here comes another drunkard.
Who's this?
It's deep. Sean!
My goodness.
No. Because I gotta pull this out and pull here.
What are you listening to?
I have no clue.
Did you come from Mexico too? He was racing in Mexico.
That's what it was.
That's,
he was racing in Mexico.
That's what it was. Look, my goodness.
Throwback. This is an original.
Look at all this. We all got
pure function. He's got the original swag on.
You got your Keystone yet?
He's got hey guys, come on.
Merch
come
it
on.
up. Get your Keystone tags.
Get your shirt, get your hat, get it all, boy.
It does look good.
Yeah.
That looks a lot better.
Looks a lot cleaner. I kind of want to keep it at that height. I want to drive it around the block here.
Is this the first letdown?
Yeah, we've never seen
jack
it.
up from underneath. Yeah,
This is like fresh. Freshy fresh. Looks good. A cold start with the Supra.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
original plan. That's why everyone gave me shit. They said they didn't do anything. This was the original plan. I wanted that blue to like really pop once I got black wheels, but no one knew I was getting black wheels. So everyone's like, why did you do that with the gray wheel? So now you know why. So I just, if you look at the front brakes, look how close it is. Get up close and show them that. The clearance is tight.
Set up here. Got Vlog City here. Vlog City. Looks good with that polished lip. That looks real good.
Like freaking shit ass wheels on used tires. I was like, it's not like my buddy's Ryan. It's like the guy was like, yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, they were like super gentle. Like they were like, can you please inspect? They had me inspect, dude. And I was like, you guys did everything right. They said they look great. They knew when I dropped it off because the guy that owns a BMW place that was there. He's like, he owns a one BMW shop down the road. He's like, what are work wheels doing here? And the guy's like, that kid just dropped. I remember pointing out a kid just dropped them off. He's like, those are expensive.
Yeah.
So for this town, people are thinking they're not that expensive, but for a redneck town like this, no one has stuff like this.
Yeah, it's super
Apparently
expensive.
it was scary, is what they said.
Well, it was scary for me even trusting any shop. I was a bit iffy, but I'm happy with the wheels. They're much flusher. Now the rears aren't much different, but the front are sticking out more now than what the old ones were. This is a little bit more flush. I could have came out further, but the problem is I would have to remove the fender liner because this is technically rolled right here, and I want it to be a still drivable car. So I don't know. I'm just smiling ear to ear right now with the ceramic coat and stuff. I wanted to say again, you know, the last video John did it, buddy. I can't thank you enough, man. He takes the time out of a Saturday morning, gets up at the crack of dawn. I drive down there, drop him off, and boom, he goes at it right away. We get to watch him wash a 996 1300 horsepower car. We get to go over a detail of his car and get to explain to Tony how it works. It's just, you couldn't ask for a better friend and a better person to be working with. He's just a great guy.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep it or lower it a little bit?
I'm gonna take the wheels off, and you know, it's pretty easy. Take the wheels off, you break the, I guess, locking nut for the coilovers loose, and I'm just gonna turn them down probably either 1 full rotation or maybe 2 full rotations and drop it just a smidge, because these tires are just under a ½ inch shorter, so it lowered the car some already just from that, but it gives some body gap that I don't really like. I want it just to be a smidge lower, so I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna measure the front lip to make sure it's not that much lower than it was before, because I don't want to get it to the point that I can't drive it. That's my worry. I literally took off the old lip because it was too low, and I put this one on to give me some height, and now I'm probably going to be back down to where it was before with the new tires and wheels. It is what it is.
All right, guys, we are now installing the MR2 wheels. Round 2. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna set you guys down. Not being responsible for putting them on nice wheels with shitty tires. Did I mention that I hate the tires? Can I get a comment down below and a thumbs up if you hate the damn tires? It looks like a 4x4 and we need to replace these, please. Even if we need to set up a GoFundMe account, something. Comment down below.
Put up a GoFundMe account.
GoFundMe account for getting these 4x4 tires off this damn thing.
All right, guys, good morning. Sorry it's a different day here now. Sorry if there's a little bit of wind noise outside here, but I'm doing the dad thing this morning, as I call it, and I'm mulching because you have to be a responsible adult. I didn't get stone, though, for the edge here yet. I need to stone all this out like I did the other side. And it looks like it's about to pour. Like, you know, it says it's not supposed to rain this morning, It looks like it's on, oh holy hell's about to unleash here. But I need to get stone like this to go around, and I need to fix the stone there. Look at that. Why does that look like that? Look how fucked up that is. It should not look like that. That's janky. That's janky as hell. If you guys follow my Insta story, you saw that last night I drank way too much. I was at the club and I drank way too much. So yeah, I'm a little hungover right now. What I need this morning here is I want to put some tire shine in the tires because I can't go anywhere without tire shine. I hate not having any on. So I'm gonna go grab my Adams here real quick and throw some tire shine on it. Yeah, took it for a quick spin there and it drove nice. So I'm pretty happy about the way it drives. It seems a little bit more effortless. Maybe it's just because I've been driven it in a skinny minute, like 2 weeks. I've been driving that, and that has a little bit heavier steering feel to it because an old school electric steering pump in those. So yeah, so I'm gonna put some tire shine on it. Well, after just putting tire shine on, I'm realizing it does need a little bit lower. Now you're probably thinking, why would you lower it? Let me explain myself real quick. I think I talked about it a little bit yesterday here, but if you guys can see, there is a good bit more wheel gap now that did not exist before. See, that gives you a better perspective now. And definitely when you're standing away, you can see it. And it's always bothered me that one side over on the driver's side front is actually like a little bit higher than this side. I just measured it. It's about, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch. So what I'm gonna do is actually lower that side slightly more, obviously, than this side. So I'm gonna take this side, take the coil over, and there's gonna be a collar on there. I'll show you. I'm gonna spin it one full turn to get that lower. Spin these rear ones full 2 turns to bring them down, and then do the other side 2 turns over there too. And then this will bring it down just ever so slightly, just a little bit more to line up with the tires, because these new tires are just under a 1/2 inch. They're like 0.4 inches less taller than the old ones. So I think I forget how tall these tires are, to be honest. I think they're 25.5 inch tall. I can't remember, to be honest. I didn't want to go. I like a tall tire. But unfortunately, this is just how it worked out for me. Maybe next time I'll go, instead of a 30, I'll go to a 35 to get a little bit taller rear. The front, not so much. That doesn't bother me. But the rear, I kind of would like a little bit taller sidewall next time I go around. So let's get this thing back up in the air, and I'll show you guys how to lower a car. All right, now that I got the wheel back off here, let's get in here real quick. So I'm running a set of Megan coilovers. What you need to do is loosen up this lower collar, bring it down some. I'm sorry, I take that back. Forget what I just said. You need to loosen up this collar, spin it this way so it pulls it up some, and then you spin this. Don't unloosen these two, they stay together, and just spin it down, and that'll bring the car down. So I have a little black mark here, which I'm gonna put another mark on it here again from when I did it the first time. So yeah, gonna go ahead and mark that real quick and then show you guys how to spin them down. Alright guys, so I've got this marked here. The collar, as you can see, is nice and loose now. What you need to do is, to lower the car, we're going ahead and spin it here, like so. Now it's probably going to get a little rough on me here because I did clean the threads up as best I could, but they're not going to be perfect. Now I'm going to spin these twice on this side, and I know the question is going to be, well, how do you know how much you're lowering it? The rule of thumb is it's between 0.06 to 0.08 inches per turn. So I'm doing it 2 turns on this side, and I'll probably do it 3 turns to maybe 4 turns on the other side. All right, so I got it back down the ground again. Right now it doesn't look like much has changed. I did 2 turns on this one, and everything else I did 3 turns, just because that side over there in the front was always, well, it's just always a little bit higher. So I wanted to do it 1 extra turn to see if that helped and just give it a little bit more evenness. But it doesn't look like much change. Once again, I need to drive it, let the suspension settle. But as of right now, it doesn't look like that much change. Even though 3 turns in the rear is a good bit, so that should lower it a decent amount. But we'll see here. So let's go take it for a drive and go show my dad, because I need to go pick up the cooler. They just got back from the beach. We're like looking at them. So I'm here with my dad now. I wanted my dad to go see the wheels. I tried to lower it some, but it didn't.
It looks lower.
It's not any though. I checked it the whole way around. I measured it and it doesn't. Yeah, but what do you think? You like them, or?
Yeah.
There's no center caps yet. They're coming right now. I'm waiting for them to show up. That's the only thing that's not in them yet. It's close there, isn't it? No rubbing, but I like the way they look, and I think it makes the blue pop a lot more now.
Yeah, these are a lower profile than your other.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, I had to lower it to get the wheel gap gone, because the tire wall itself are not as tall, which I didn't want that, but I didn't really have a choice. If I went to a 35 sidewall, it'd have been too tall and looked like a monster truck like the MR2, and I didn't want that. So it's 0.4 inches lower just with the tire, so just under a 1/2 inch. But I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
The back and stuff, I like the bigger lip on it now too, and the flat black. It's easier to clean. I just, once I get the center caps in, there were special order things, so I'm just waiting on that right now. So got it all done, got the coils adjusted. I didn't want to go too low, so I took a total of 6 turns in the rear, 2 on that one, and then 3 on the other side to get it leveled out. It's not perfectly low, but I don't want to go too much lower, just for the fact that I do want some kind of a gap there. So when obviously we put some weight in it, I mean, it's going to get weighed down some too. I do need to clean the wheels and probably the whole car again. It's got pollen all over it. Probably doesn't even look dirty, but I don't want to wipe it down with pollen, because pollen will destroy your car quicker than a heartbeat. So I think this coming weekend I'll give it a good wash, but it just came out so freaking well. I just wanted to put it out in front of the house here. Here's the only downside of black wheels: you can't see them, especially when you're focused and your camera's focusing. All you're seeing is one particular thing, so it just kind of kills it. But up close and in person, you can really see it, but on cameras where it really kills it. I wish you guys could see it, because it just looks much better. I wish I had center caps though. One thing we all know is I have this damn dent here. I've had this from day one and I can't get removed, unfortunately. It just can't be, because this car's been painted here and I don't know how bad it is. I'm afraid to mess with it and it caused the paint to chip. But another thing I just found, where this paint is fresh and has been perfect, there's something like right along here. I just saw it in the light, where it looks like someone must open their door and hit here and here. I'm sorry, hit here and here and messed it up. Kind of pissed me off, because it was literally perfect from here back. So for them to do that really irks me to no end, to be honest. So what are you gonna do? I guess that's part of the game. For flushing the rear, by the way, guys, let's see if I can get this for you. You can see it's pretty well flushed for the most part. I guess I could, once you fix the alignment here, it'll come out a little bit more, but as of right now, that's about as good as you're gonna get. If you come out a little bit more, you'd have to raise the carbs on it, or you're gonna have some rubbing issues, and I didn't want to have to deal with that. Plus 37, 18 by 10.5 in the rear, so I don't think it's too crazy of specs. All right, now it's another day. I just left my dad's house there yesterday, and now it's another day here. But I've got the Supra all dialed in now. The suspension's right. I've got the MR2 done now, and both of them drive again. They're kind of dirty from the pollen here in Pennsylvania, but they both drive. I just had this one out, but it goes for alignment tomorrow, so I don't want to drive it, because if you guys ever saw my last tires, I had the car lined and then didn't like how low it was, so I kept raising it and raising it and raising it, and the tires started wearing more and more and more. So yeah, so now this time around I'm going to get the car lined properly so it doesn't wear unevenly, and hopefully it looks a little bit better. I just don't want it to keep wearing unevenly like that. So it goes to stripes there tomorrow, but tonight I'm going to take this one for a drive. This still needs fixed. I still need to replace the tires. I'm just a little bit bitter that I had to replace the tires on this when I shouldn't have to. I wanted it to be like this. If you can see here, these front ones here stick out past the rim ever so slightly, but my 295s in the rear do not, just because they have a slight more stretch to them, where these are a little bit, what's the word excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess bigger, whatever, slightly oversized compared to the rear. Where those, I'm going to go to a 255 on that rear tire, which is a 9-inch wheel, just like this. It should fit on there. Well, what's the offset on this? I think the offset on this, unfortunately, these are actually plus 31. The ones I have back there plus 22, so these will be too far in to give a realistic. It would fit technically, and it wouldn't be an issue, but they'd be sunken too far in for what I would really like. I think normally what guys do for the most generic is plus 35 the whole way around, 17 by 8, 17 by 9. I did plus 22, which a lot of guys run, and it seems okay, but with that big tire on there, as you can see, it just sticks out ever so slightly past the rim. Once I get something else on there, it'll be fine. The front's going to be the most fun for me, but I'll get that figured out once I get the armor kit on. Let's go for a drive. If you don't stop and get gas and take a picture of it, did you actually get fuel? So filling up here, it's the only Sunoco station we really have close by. Filling up with 93 right now. 365 here, I'm not sure what it is at. I think our 87's up to $3 now here. A little pricey. Pennsylvania has a really high tax on fuel, so just clicked her off. Listen, a little bit of Trippy Red. Give me my receipt, bitch. Come on. Yes, of course I want a receipt.
Hair goes aside from my soul.